Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Jashin-chan Dropkick. Now, in the last episode, we had some fun references like Attack on Titan. We also gave birth to kind of a new ship between Pekora and Poporon. Like, we got to see just how tsundere Poporon is and how much she just in general is in love with Pekora. So that's something to support going forward. And obviously, we fed the other ship quite a bit, the biggest one on the show, which would be Medusa and Jashin-chan, because we had a Valentine's episode where one of them gives chocolate to the other. We had a lot of blushing, a lot of happiness, a lot of love in general. So, yeah, kind of a shippy episode if you really look at it that way. And that really was the episode. So let's get into this episode and see what we have in for us today. 3, 2, 1, play. Definitely really cool, like, beginning, part 2, and opening. Just nobody would disagree with you being an evil god. You're as evil as it gets, Jashin-chan. And what better way than a chainsaw, really? uh, gotta find those halos. I mean, can't really find the halo that Jashin-chan ate, of course, but, you know, Piccolo should be able to find hers. Yeah. We will have lots of fun together, that's for sure. Oh, Ray's right now with the Jashin-chan dropkick. That's really getting into it. Uh, wait, final episode. I There's only episode 11. I I just assumed it'd be at least 12 episodes. Oh, it actually connected. I almost want to check now, but oh, are you not feeling well, Yurine? Are you okay? We really don't want to show weakness in front of Jashin-chan. Okay, that's good to hear, but I'm still worried about Yurine. Yeah, she's definitely sick. You can tell by her face. Or she's in love. One of the two. Maybe both. All I know is I see sweat and blushing. Or flushed face. Yeah, so I think she's sick. Maybe lovesick, maybe regularly sick. Probably the former, though. Or latter. My first reaction of the day, I'm not fully awake. Well, Josh and Sean's happy. Yeah, that's pretty much full on confirms it now. Oh, I guess that's where we decided to put the thermometer. That's fine. I appreciate the subtitlers putting that in the Fahrenheit for me, the American. But yeah, I'm surprised Josh and John cares this much. But you know, it's cute, so. Of course you don't. Probably call Medusa to help out. You're taking care of your sick partner. Yeah. But she's not gonna kill her in this weekend state, I'm pretty sure. Ugh. Well, we already knew that. Yeah, but you can't kill her. She looks so fragile. You know you care, Jashin-chan. Don't need to be tsundere. I don't think she's gonna die from this. Maybe she was outside in the cold, but I wouldn't call 10 episodes long. Yeah, I'm sure you had your fair share of fun. Uh, Yurine's not gonna die, Jashin-chan. And you know you don't want her to, so... I mean, if she died, she would be able to meet her in hell, though, right? That's how it works? Well, unless she goes somewhere else, I guess, but... Considering how, you know, violent she is. And we did call Medusa. Of course. That... that is not a car. It's better, though, so let's get on. It's only better because 100% beef is pulling it. Otherwise, it would be worse. And here we go. Does the speed limit apply to this scenario? Okay, so just don't kill her until then. I know, right? Yeah, maybe deep, deep inside. uh, I mean, everybody liked Yurine, so... Aww. You really can't be cute sometimes, Jashin-chan. Yeah, it's quite obvious. Medusa would never get cocky. Put that on Valentine. Oh. Such a happy group of people. Yeah, don't step on her. I mean, getting stepped on by Medusa would make me feel better, but... Now it's just the two of us. If you want to make her get better, you should probably crawl into bed with her and have her give the cold to you. Yes, watch her as she sleeps. That will definitely help. Can you sing? Oh. Not bad. I wasn't expecting this, but uh, they're definitely not bad. I mean, uh, that's a relationship in a nutshell. There, it's such an impromptu song. I just wish we didn't have subs on subs there. Ah, the blender. Good times. It's not a conventional relationship, but it's a relationship. uh, this is quite the lullaby. I'll be honest. Yeah, that's really unexpected. I could tell. You didn't have to specify Jashin-chan. I could tell it was original. I don't know why. I really like that segment. I, I guess that regard it wasn't a very good lullaby, but it's quite a powerful balloon. Okay, let's continue. I want to hear the rest of the song. Oh, oh well. I love you. Oh, that's good too. Yes, I didn't do anything at all. It's not like I called them or anything. Yeah, she's so full of it. You know, when you rub your belly while laying down near Jashin-chan, it just makes you think you're pregnant with her child. Well, she's probably hungry from some Jashin-chan meat. I would... Yeah, I don't think she's feeling that well. There's a big gap between being well enough to eat something and well enough to assault somebody. That is a nice slap pillow. I like how her face is down. Those are the best type. It sounds like fun. And you're as cute as always, 100% beef. We're gonna go Yahoo, Jayu. Huh, cool. Ah, yeah, earthquakes. Those kind of suck. Jashin-chan snoring in the background. I mean, somebody's in heaven over there. Well, we gotta remedy this. Gotta repair a laptop. Me neither. Well, we can time travel in this show, so yeah, very different lifespan here. Yeah, that would be cool, but he's gotta get depressed all of a sudden, didn't we? I would like that as well. Yes, very different life. Yes, don't know why we had to get so deep all of a sudden, but I guess so. Yes, humans create anime, so they're pretty great by that reason alone. You love your one of them, Yurine. Of course. People from heaven and hell in anime usually do like Earth pretty well, the human world. It's gotta be expensive if Medusa's paying. And yeah, that's the problem, Medusa. Don't we all? You deserve a drop kick, Jashin-chan. Meanwhile, I wasn't watching. Don't worry. Didn't even notice you there. Oh, that sounds like fun. Why wouldn't you? You'll do it. Episode 1. That changes things. It's edible food. What more do you care? Will there be alcohol? That's kind of the important thing. And yeah, now, Hanami time. You don't look like you're having that much fun, Jashin-chan, which is surprising. I would love to be able to do something like that. Oh, they've just been there a while, holding the spot. Damn, it's really that hard to get a good spot? Oh, okay, I get it. uh, oh wow, that's harsh. That's really harsh. Kanpai! I couldn't put it better myself. Oh, of course you have to have heard in the final episode. The supposed final episode. And here we go. Jashin-chan's other harem girl. Oh. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Just do whatever you want. That's what she cares about. That national holiday right there. She's not a good cop. We already established that. Oh, nice. Good luck. Did not need to know that. Wow, she switched gears quickly. Gee, I wonder why. Or just give her a kiss, Jashin-chan. I'm sure it'll cheer her up. She is pretty cute, though. She might be a bad cop, but I still like her. Still reminds me of the one girl from Mika Musume. Of course, Poporon's gotta be here, too. Everybody that matters has to be here in some capacity. Yes, you would know. More than that. How convenient. Now that she's met up with her friends. Touching his shoulder? That's sexual harassment. Don't you know that? Yes, you're more than welcome to join us, Poporon. You kind of redeemed yourself with me a lot last episode, so... Uh, pretty easily. You have no room to talk, Jashin-chan. I mean, also we do not need anyone to be straight in this show. Uh, oh well, maybe next time. Yeah, and then I worked for her. A bit. Are we gonna get backstory on her, or... Oh, the return of the microphone! We can continue the song. Or new song, that's fine too. Ooh, she's cute. She's very still, like eerily still, but so cute. Just, that is just mannequin challenge right there. But you know, animation's hard, so are we still, she's still with her. But you are a strange girl. It can't be that hurtful if you know it's true. Poor Medusa. The two unwanted girls together, comforting each other. Ooh, a bakery. Is that place really called Serval Tiger? That's a cool name. You know, mostly because it reminds me of Kimono Friends. Very cute Yurine pose there. But are there cat girls here? That's the important thing. Or at least a cerebral tiger. Ooh, free samples. Oh. Yeah, you can't not be happy when you're in a bakery. Did you eat something? Or everything? It doesn't mean eat all of it. A bad person. In other words, Jashin-chan. Yeah, it's basically the same. It doesn't make it okay. Yeah, seriously. I want to see you bow, Jashin-chan. Oh wow, I want some of the... I want a Choco Korone. Jashin-chan. Can't take you anywhere. Well, she withdrawals that she mentioned before. I know you're annoying every day. Man, just getting used to that thing today. I can't remember what it's called, a Hardy-sen? Oh, balloon, small child. We gotta help. I can't fly. I'm not that tall. Yeah, by doing a very cliche good deed. Not gonna kill you, just do it. She's gonna pop in it, isn't she? Or, you know, letting go of it, one of the... Or just flying off. That works too. I didn't know she was that light. Well, get the BB gun. And she never... Oh, there she does. Now she sees her. Now I just have to catch her. I guess she's hard to miss when she's actually not flying in the air. Yeah, just grab hold of the title card. Jashin-chan, come back, don't leave me. Man, I still never got to try any of 100% beef's milk, which is unfortunate. But that's kind of how it goes when we're in different dimensions, unfortunately. Hanging by the men's restroom. And checking out a piccolo, of course. Don't duck. You are a bad cop. What Idol fans, Idol Otaku. So where exactly are you going, Jashin-chan? Where are you gonna end up? Apparently outer space. I mean, we did see something like that in the during the song, right? Jashin-chan's song. The season 2 will take place in space. Hasta la vista, baby. And yeah, that is the end of the anime. Well, I don't know. It's the end of the episode. I'm gonna check real quick. Yeah, it actually says it's 11 episodes. I didn't know that when I went into this series. I didn't know. Actually, I think I did know that at some point. I just kind of forgot because I usually kind of block out bad news. It's just kind of my thing. But okay, I guess that was the 11th and final episode of Jashin-chan Dropkick. So yeah, I wasn't actually ready to do any kind of final episode overall season sort of thoughts segment for this episode. So I don't know how good this will be. But anyway, before we get into that, I talked about the episode, this specific episode. Now, we started off with Yurine actually being sick, It's the first time we've actually seen that, so definitely it very uh, off, to see Yurine so vulnerable like that. Especially in a series where she constantly has to fight for her life against Jashin-chan, who wants her dead, because she has to kill her to get back to hell, because, who doesn't want to go to hell? And yeah, so she just we couldn't tell right away what was up with Yurine, but it became progressively more and more obvious, that she was sick. But the first time was she wasn't able to retaliate very well against Jashin-chan, and then started to have a bit of a flushed face and a little bit of sweat. Eventually, just coughing and everything else. But yeah, Jashin-chan was pretty worried about her initially. Like, oh no, we got to get medicine. I got to get this. Just go to bed. What do I do? Like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I'm trying to kill this girl. Why am I so concerned about her? This isn't right. Because she's kind of trying to come to terms with the fact that she, loves Yurine. She doesn't want her to die, despite what she seems to believe that she believes. But yes, she was being very tsundere about the whole situation, and eventually ended up calling her friends to help out and take her to the hospital and get her some medicine and have just take care of her. And Jashin-chan was just very tsundere about this whole thing. But in the end, she did her best to take care of Yurine, and as a result, Yurine did not die. Because if Jashin-chan genuinely wanted Yurine to die, this would have been the perfect opportunity to do so. And the fact that she's still alive, that alone says a lot, really. But nothing we didn't already know, because it's pretty obvious. Now, the real highlight of this overall scene, though, besides Jashin-chan being, kind of cute in that one part, was the song. She actually sang a song, lullaby, to Yurine as she was lying down and sleeping, which I was pretty impressed. I mean, to be fair, my expectations for her singing ability was pretty low, but she actually sang pretty well, and it was an okay song considering how on the spot and improv it felt. But it was pretty nice song, talking about the relationship and stuff. It was pretty good. And Yurine just didn't it wasn't much of a lullaby because she wasn't able to sleep to it very well, but it was a nice song. I'm sure Yurine appreciated it a lot. And I think it probably healed her a little bit, probably had some magical devil singing healing properties, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I quite liked the song. I enjoyed that scene probably more than I should have, but I liked it a lot. See? Man, this episode, I'm skimming through it, and it really feels like this episode is shorter than usual. I know it's not, but it really feels like it went by really quickly. But yeah, we had Jashin-chan having a lab pillow from Medusa, which looked very nice. Maybe a little bit jelly on that one. But yeah, then we just kind of had the Hanami, the flower viewing event, which was pretty nice because it's just always a nice little event. You get to sit on your blankets, for your little picnic, drinking alcohol, eating nice food under the sakura trees and the petals, and hoping one of them falls into your drink, and being with your friends and/or family, and just having a good time. So yeah, always a nice way to kind of end off on the series. What was it? There was some anime that had one of those like in the opening or ED. I think it was that one shogi anime, but yeah. The point is, it's a nice way to end out the series, and then you had like pretty much everyone that mattered show up at some point. Because the police officer May showed up, and just really I was happy to see Jashin-chan, or Orochimaru as she calls her, just runs towards her, hugs her, and loves her. And then she got kind of sad thinking about her job, and everyone calls her a strange girl, and she doesn't like her job, but she does it anyway to pay the bills. And yeah, it's still amazing she hasn't been fired yet. Eventually, like, hey Medusa, nobody likes you, so go take a walk with May and make her go away. Yeah, poor Medusa, poor May. Neither of them deserve to get bullied like that. May be a horrible cop and not have a lot of respect for laws, at least not as much as you would expect from a cop, but she's still a good girl deep down, so I like her. And Medusa definitely a good girl. She definitely doesn't deserve any of the bad things that happen to her. Unlike Jashin-chan, who deserves everything the bad that happens to her, plus more. Let's see, what else? What else? I mean, oh yeah, I probably should talk about that too. We actually had a discussion about mortality, and the different lifespan about humans and devils, and how that gives them a very different perspective on life. And yeah, I've seen anime kind of talk about this before. Kobayashi made Dragon talked about this before because dragons have a much longer lifespan than humans, and one of the interesting comparisons they made there was between humans and I want to say it was a mouse or something, where like usually people, any kind of existence really, it usually isn't that bothered by their lifespan because it's what they're used to, is what they're adapted to. It's all they've ever known. So yeah, like a mouse wouldn't be bothered by its couple-year lifespan the same way a human wouldn't be bothered by their 70 to 100 or so year lifespan, depending on how healthy you are. and it's just, devils are just, they have their thousands of years lifespan, and it's just all kind of relative. Although plenty of people do want to have a longer lifespan, a lot of fiction has had like wealthy people making some sort of effort to try to get immortality somehow. Various methods of that, whether it be like through a philosopher's stone or stealing time from other people and putting it into a magical time watch, or anything else really. Even what was it called? Darling and the Franxx had people, making scientific advancements for immortality, because a lot of people do want it, of course, but it's not really something we're that bothered by on a day-to-day basis. And it's usually only something that people, with those kind of resources and stuff, really worry about actually trying to come up with a solution to. And probably not even that common in real life. It's probably mostly a fiction thing. But anyway, yeah, that was probably the last thing I want to touch on with this final episode. We had the fun bakery stuff, Jashin-chan feeling withdrawal for not being evil, and Yurine being, Yurine. Poporo not doing a very good job of, hanging out with the others. Maybe that'll improve later on if and when we get a season 2, but probably not going to get that anyway. Yeah, that was pretty much the final episode. It was an interesting way to end it off with Jashin-chan just floating through the air with a balloon and eventually going in outer space. Why not? I do appreciate the fact that it let me know that this was the final episode early on in the episode, because I would have been a little bit unhappy if the episode ended and then I realized it was the final episode. So I'm glad at least let me know early on. So I definitely appreciate that. Gonna drink some of my water real quick. Yeah. Okay. So, my thoughts on this anime as a whole. This has been, for the most part, a pretty fun series. One of my favorite aspects of it is how much of it reminds me of Gabriel Dropout, one of my favorite anime. So I do like that about it. It definitely has a very enjoyable cast. There's not really anyone in the main cast I don't like. 100% Beef, I had my complaints about not showing up a whole lot in the series, although I got an explanation why that was. But we kind of got a decent amount of her in the end, maybe not as much as I would have liked. Medusa had more screen time than most of the other non-main characters. Like, Jashin-chan's obviously the main character because her name's in the title. So, yeah, she's obviously going to get the most screen time, but Medusa actually got a pretty good amount, like, not too far behind Jashin-chan. And Jashin-chan herself, I don't really... I mean, she's a bad person. She definitely got on my nerves a lot, but not a huge amount. I mean, mostly I just took it as like, yeah, Jashin-chan, you silly bad person, you. But, once in a while she kind of really got on my nerves when she really mistreated Medusa. But for the most part, I just took it as the, the comedy stuff that it is. And her, I mean, she's a fun enough character, in a bad person sort of way. And her relationship with Medusa, I obviously have mixed feelings about that. I mean, it's a Yuri relationship, which obviously I like. At least I'm going to like at least a little bit because of that. And I do really like Medusa as well. And Medusa is happy with Jashin-chan, even though it is very much an unhealthy relationship at best, abusive relationship at worst. And just Jashin-chan literally admitting that Medusa is her ATM machine. And yeah, that's not something you really want to say about your waifu, but yeah, Medusa is happy, and she does love Medusa. I mean, I do believe that. Although there's also something between Medusa and Yurine, which is very interesting that they do that with the show, making these two kind of ships where you could have two alternative ships. I do think, but the relationship with Medusa is more of the I guess you consider Medusa her primary wife, and Yurine more of a mistress concubine kind of thing. But Jashin-chan kind of had a harems almost because you also had Mei, who, admittedly, that one was one-sided, unlike the other two, which are more mutual. Mei's is one-sided, but still. But Jashin-chan borderline has a Yuri harem going on, which, that again, was something I kind of liked about the series. Mei being very reminiscent of the one girl from Ika Musume, Squid Girl. I don't remember that girl's name, but she was the one that was always like, oh my god, Ika, just let me live on you. And then she would always just run away. It reminded me a lot of that. To the point where it may have been inspired by that. Let's see. Talking about other characters, Yurine. I like Yurine a lot. I feel like I kind of wish she had a bit more screen time. I mean, she had enough, I guess, but I would have liked even more. Because I think Yurine probably was my favorite character in this show. I really loved her character design. She always came across as a chuny character. Not like hardcore chuny or anything. She doesn't like talk about her dark magic within her hand or anything like that, but she has the eye patch. She dressed Gothic Lolita. She has that book that allowed her to summon, Jashin-chan, so I'm sure she's, a chuny character. she just doesn't wear that on her sleeve, really. And I love her tiny hat. Her tiny hat is adorable. I kind of want to flick it off once in a while, but it's an adorable tiny hat. I really just loved her character design a lot. Uh, and she was really pretty nice without being like a pushover or anything like Medusa is. Very cute, very fun, pleasant to be around, being kind to people like Piccola the angel, even though Piccola wasn't too nice to her because she even called her a witch, and that she was pretty nice to her despite that. And then with a character like Jashin-chan who's really bad and deserves to get punished, she can flip that switch and be, punishing her. So I think Yurine definitely was the most interesting character in this show. Very much I don't know if I go as far as say realistic, but one of the more realistic characters in this show. Just a very, very good character. I liked her a lot. Let's see, Piccola, the angel. There was a lot of depressing comedy with her because she's just a fallen angel, lost her halo, has to work these terrible, sketchy part-time jobs just to not starve to death in her cardboard box. And then you had Jashin-chan who would sometimes, mess up her food or not give her food or eat her food or knock over her house and just knock over her house and vomit on her house. I think she did once. Just poor Piccola. Being Piccola is suffering, so it sucked a lot for her. But it also really made it nice when she did get some good stuff happen to her once in a while, like Yurine giving her some charity, or Popodon being nice to her. And let's see, Medusa. Medusa I liked a lot as well. She's definitely more of a nice girl, extremist sort of thing. More unlike Yurine was more balanced. She's definitely a very nice, good girl, to the point of being kind of hard to watch sometimes. But yeah, she definitely was very nice to Jashin-chan. She loved Jashin-chan a lot. And you can even see in the opening, at the very end of the opening, when she's all snuggling with Jashin-chan even there. Which is how I knew that she was closer to Jashin-chan than anyone else. Even before the series made it obvious, the opening kind of did. And she just gives Jashin-chan all this money and buys her things and spoils her rotten and stuff. But once in a while, and Medusa kind of got a couple licks in, like with the one prank. Because the one time Jashin-chan pulled a big prank on Medusa using her shedded skin, and then Medusa kind of got her back a little bit with that, which I like that a lot. I kind of wish she had a bit more of that, but I'm glad we at least got some of that. But yeah, Medusa, very nice girl, cute, very sweet. I liked her a lot. I kind of wish she didn't have to wear that bag over her head because she is cute. I kind of want to see her face more often. Unlike characters in the universe, I don't have to worry about being turned to stone, so I can look at her face directly. So I kind of wish I would have been able to see a bit more of that. But I mean, so once in a while, I guess it was kind of cute to have her bag over her face. But yeah, like the one episode where she got the contact lenses to deal with her powers temporarily, sort of. It was really cool seeing how happy she was being able to go on a date with Jashin-chan without any constraints, and Jashin-chan having legs. That was really nice. So I just kind of wish she could do more of that, kind of for her sake as well. Yeah, it was also interesting when Jashin-chan had legs because that meant she had, you know, something else as well. Of course, you didn't get to see that something else because this is not that kind of anime, and even if it was, this is Japan, so it'd still be censored. But you know what I mean. It was nice. I kind of wish it could last a little bit longer, but this show is, a Jashin-chan Alyminya show, so it kind of has to be that way. We couldn't have her be a human leg girl for too long, after all. Now, 100% beef. I love her a lot. I like her voice. She has interesting character design. She has a lot of beef, of course, which not really my preference there, but she looks good with it. So, and she is obviously a cow themed character, so I can't really complain about that because that's just an anime thing. And I like how she just ran around carrying a bunch of milk because that fit with her cow theme. And she was always fun to be around. I don't know. She just really added a lot of happiness for me with any scene that she was in. She's a pretty good girl as well, without coming across as naive like someone like Medusa does. She still seems like a pretty good person. Everybody seemed to like her, so she's a very popular girl. Just kind of wish she was around a bit more. That's my only real complaint about her. I like her character design, her cute little horns, her blue hair, and just her overall cow themed design. Pretty nice. And the only real main character I want to talk about next would be Popodon, who is definitely uh I have my ups and downs with her because she's kind of mean. I mean, trying to kill poor Piccola just because she wants to guarantee that she won't lose the new perks in heaven that she has. But luckily, Karma was able to hit her in the form of Jashin-chan eating her halo, so then she got stuck in a similar position as Piccola. And then she kind of tries to become an idol, but she doesn't actually care about her fans. And then she has the whole thing with Piccolo with working for her, but then she kind of like, Piccolo saved me, so I'll, do right by her and pay for her hospital bills and stuff. So yeah, Pippo Bodon, I'm still kind of mixed whether or not I like her or don't like her, but I don't know, she's a pretty mixed feeling sort of character. I probably don't have a lot to say on it beyond that, but she is pretty cute, so that counts for a lot. Other than that, I mean, it's comedy anime. Comedy was a bit hit or miss for the most part. I do like how extreme it went sometimes, like how dark it managed to go with some of the Jashin-chan abuse, like just chopping her up and eating her. That's quite something, especially when like in an anime like Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, you had Toru kept wanting Kobayashi to eat her tail meat, but she refused to because moral reasons and all that. Then these guys just go, Jashin-chan meat. Let's dig in. Yes, this is good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty funny, and just putting her hand in a blender and chopping her up and burning her. Just so many pretty dark stuff they managed to do to her. It kind of surprised me with how far I was willing to go with that. Yeah, or the other one it seems they just got the electrocuting poor Jashin-chan. That was probably the hardest to watch for me. Just that was pretty bad. But yeah, the comedy was all right. I think the overall my takeaway from this anime is that it's an all right comedy anime with some pretty surprising elements here and there, with a pretty likable, interesting cast of characters. It's probably not the sort of thing that I'll remember that much. Like I'll probably forget about it a season from now. But at the moment, I'd say it was a pretty solid anime that I enjoyed watching as I watched it. And if there is a season 2, I will definitely watch it. Yeah, pretty sure. And yeah, probably about all I had to say on it. So let me know what your thoughts on the show are in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.